Hi guys, welcome back to Talk with Millie Tuesday. I know I'm looking really fresh at the moment because I just had a shower after work. Hopefully my camera battery doesn't die or else we're in massive hells. But today we're going to be talking about a really serious topic. But before we do that, let's subscribe and like this video. Well, subscribe to my channel. And that would mean everything to me, guys. I hope you guys are having a really great Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or whatever you guys are watching this. Just a beautiful day. But let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. And that is the process of losing weight and how we should do it properly, basically. So losing weight is a big thing that people want to achieve a lot of the time, especially if you're struggling a lot with, again, we talked about body image and all that, but I'm not going to delve on that. But losing weight is a process that from about 10 years old to the rest of your life, basically people are pretty much concerned about or doing. And I think that losing weight has such a negative connotation about it because people always believe that losing weight is some sort of negative all the time, and it isn't a negative. It's actually a positive. It's only negative if you do certain diets and certain changes in your life in a really bad and negative way. That means dieting, so taking like a Victoria's Secret diet, or doing a really intense keto diet. Again, sometimes keto works for some people, sometimes counting macros works for some people, so I'm not going to delve into those ones. But doing any sort of, what is it called, fad diet, like any of that kind of, like it takes 30 days or it takes 2 weeks, or it's like a lemon juice, or it's a celery juice, or it's a juice cleanse. Those are all very, very, very negative for your body. They actually really affect your internal gut flora and gut microbe system really intensely, and some foods are just not good to have on a really strong basis. Like, let's say lemon juice. Lemon juice is actually a really big acid, and it's really bad for your gut intestines and everything in your walls of your gut, and it actually doesn't help you lose. I was in my naturopathy class and she actually said that drinking lemon water in the mornings doesn't help you like start up your whole like metabolism. You'd rather have apple cider vinegar, but only a little bit of it with water, because actually it doesn't really do anything. It's just, you know, a drink. You'd rather just have a glass of water, and then that like really gets your whole system going. But again, those kind of cleanses really don't do well in the long run for your mind and your body. So I'm going to talk about the healthy way of losing weight. And unfortunately, guys, the healthy way of losing weight is a long-term thing, and it's a lifestyle change, and it's going to be very different for everyone. So I'm not going to say a specific diet for everyone. I have tried multiple diets, and I can definitely say that probably my safest one is going on a paleo based kind of one, which is what Sarah stays on, and having some sort of grains here and there, like having some quinoa, having some rice, or having some bread. Again, I probably have paleo bread because a lot of that kind of gluten actually makes me really bloated, as well as dairy really makes me like really sick in the stomach. And again, it's also dependent on your type of body, and again, some people are intolerant to some things. Every single person, I can bet to you, is basically lactose intolerant, and the reason for that is because we as humans are not inclined and not actually like chemically and biologically produced to have cow's milk. I mean, we have our mother's milk. Cows drink cow's milk. Goats drink goat's milk. Sometimes you have kittens who drink goat's milk only in times if their parents have died or something like that. So I don't understand. And if you drink milk, that's totally fine. I mean, I still like cheese and milk is amazing. Like, I'm not gonna ever like you know, I still would have cheese if I had a cheese platter. I'm just saying with milk, it's a little bit, there's so many alternatives nowadays that you really don't need to drink milk, and it's actually really bad for your system. It like creates a lot of different problems. You get weird bacteria in your system that's probably not that good. You have a lot of problems with inflammation, and it can just, and there's a lot of a lot of the lactase sugar that just can't be digested properly, and just we're just gonna stir away from milk, okay? So those are two things that I would normally recommend for people if they're trying to lose weight to cut up, because those are the two bloating kind of factors and the two inflammatory kind of big things that really do a lot with breakouts, with a lot with like a lot of bloating, a lot of gas. I find that you're always really gassy if you have like milk and your stomach's just really like wrong again. So I was actually learning about kind of oh, what is it called? Oh my god, your constitution. And we have a few different constitutions. I think if you're a oh yeah, I'll quickly look it up. Yep. So if you're a mesomorph, which is a really athletic body, you're actually built with an athletic body like my mom, you are more inclined, she's actually like an ectomorph as well. As ectomorph are like the really skinny kind of people, and this is just like a constitution kind of like theory. But if you're a mesomorph, a mesomorph, which is an athletic build, you have a lot more tendencies of acid reflux and a lot more digestive problems. So just maybe you need to be a little bit aware of kind of like, I think that's it. I think that's the one that has a lot more acid reflux, because, but yeah, we're not going to talk about that, but we're going to talk quickly about losing weight. So obviously what I tend to say is take out dairy and take out gluten. Also drink more water, because water is really good for you. And actually, if you're normally hungry, normally thirsty, I know people always hear this and they're like, but I'm not thirsty, I'm just hungry. Drink more water anyway. Even when I'm at work, I really lose drinking water, and then I'm like, I go, there's a 7-Eleven right next door, I'm like, I gotta have that chocolate, and I'm like, I should drink water. But yeah, and I just want to say this one thing about losing weight. Losing weight should be a lifestyle thing. Don't ever like want to lose weight. If you completely just shut out a whole bunch of food groups, like let's say you're gonna just shut out carbs, when you start bringing those carbs back in, you're gonna start retaining water weight. When you cut out carbs, you lose a lot of water weight, and that's why you lose so much weight when you're on like a keto diet or a really low carbohydrate diet. You lose a lot of water weight. But when you gain on carbs, which everyone does, because again, let's be honest, eating wholesome food includes eating sugar and eating actual natural sugars, meaning like eating fruits and eating dates and eating, I don't know, like if you want to bake something, you can bake it with coconut sugar or, you know, maple syrup or honey. Those, and even like carbohydrates, like if you want to have some rice or have some quinoa or have some starchy carbs like potatoes and pumpkin, that is all gonna gain back on some weight, which is gonna be your water weight. And don't ever be frightened of the scale, guys. Like, I know, don't look at the scale. Like, look at the scale maybe once every few months. Don't let the scale run your life. If you're really quantitative and you like to know what the scale is, great. And if you can do that without an unhealthy mindset, then I'm saying go. If that's you, that's you. But especially for me, if I look on that, I'll just develop a really unhealthy mindset, and I just don't want to have that for me. And I've had a lot of unhealthy mindset things with food. So what I like to do is I like to just not think. I like to be aware of what I'm eating and to eat at certain times. So I'll obviously eat breakfast. Do not, I repeat, do not, if you are like 20 above, please do not eat breakfast. Breakfast is, again, the most important meal of the day. And if you fast, like, okay, my sister, she doesn't eat breakfast, and then she just sometimes just doesn't eat the best foods during the day, and it's like, I wonder why you're breaking out so much on your face, because none of that food and not eating food is actually worse than eating food and eating good nutritious breakfast. Even if you, let's say, you just want to have a piece of fruit for breakfast, just eat that. Like, eating food is a breaking of fast. You're breaking a fast. And when I'm talking about fasting, I know that fasting and intermittent fasting has helped a lot of people. I'm never gonna like diss that because I know that it's worked. But when I went to go and see my naturopath, she was very concerned with me going on a fasting kind of thing, especially at my age, because she said, and I told her that I had a few reproductive problems, and if you're a little bit more concerned about your reproductive system, I would probably say try not to go on a fast. Again, every naturopath is different, but my naturopath personally said to me, do not fast please right now, even if it's just intermittent fasting, because that really massive can actually like affect your reproductive system and actually make you a little bit more infertile. She said that it can affect your reproductive system, so I was like breaking that fast because I am not going to ruin my reproductive system. My reproductive system needs to be fresh and friendly. Okay, so if you are a little bit more concerned with your reproductive system and you've had problems with your reproductive system, I would probably try and just not fast, because I've heard that actually, and I've actually been told that actually does affect your reproductive system. But again, go and ask a practitioner, go and ask your naturopath, go and actually get that confirmation for yourself, because sometimes they will say, nah, it doesn't really do anything. Again, every naturopath is very different, but they should know basically the same thing. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is that dieting takes a long time. I'm still not where I want to be, and you know, even getting into exercise is really hard, and you're gonna like want to like quit the second week. You know, I haven't gone in 2 days because I've had work, and again, I could have done it in the morning, but I've just been so tired. But you know, I mean, it's Christmas Day tomorrow. I'll probably just get up and do a workout or something like that during the day, because I just want to, and find something that you want to do. I'm gonna go back to dancing. I'm doing I'm doing Metcon at my gym at the moment, which is amazing. It's a lot of cardio work. I love it. It's in group setting. It's one of my favorite sessions to do. I get so happy from it. I'm bike riding. Find activities that you love to do, and find activities that you're gonna find so passionately about, because I think that's like the most important thing that anyone can do, is find activities. Remember, 20% is exercise, 80% is eating. So your eating habits need to be really good, and that doesn't mean like you have to like be so strict on yourself that you say, hey, let's say in Christmas, I'm gonna have an ice cream chocolate cake tomorrow, because you know what, it's Christmas and it's my last time like at home with my family and with other people, and you know, I don't want to be like nah. Again, with alcohol, I will still drink, because you know what, I don't mind having that 1 or 2 drinks maybe like every 2 weeks or something like that, because you know what, like alcohol to me is not something that I have on a daily basis. It's not something I have on like even a weekly basis, like being me. It's something that I have to celebrate with my friends and to celebrate with my family, and it's something that I actually find is a really nice kind of thing to drink. And you know, I know that people don't like drinking, and I don't ever take offense to that, because you know what, I mean, go them and stuff like that. But you know, I don't mind drinking. I don't have any problems with people drinking. Again, if someone's smoking, I don't really like that, because again, that's more of like a little bit less of a social thing. It's more of like you actually are kind of ruining your whole lung capacity. But I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to go into the talk of drugs, because I do not ever situate myself with smoking and drugs. So I will always say don't do it. So yes, but yeah, where are we on the diet talking? And then yeah, so just eat a really healthy balanced diet, eating a lot of whole foods. Again, you can try veganism. I've tried out veganism. It's not for me. I really don't like soy products. I really don't. Again, when I'm making my meal prep, I'm gonna have 2 meat meals a week and 1 like vegan meal, which will be only vegetables and stuff, because I don't like having any like other soy products. I feel like they just make me really like disgusted in the stomach. And I just want to quickly talk about the process of losing weight, because again, losing weight can take months. It's not gonna, especially if you are a little bit overweight, or if you are overweight, obese. Again, it's gonna take a few months. You're never gonna look perfect in 2 weeks. It's never gonna work out like that, just being honest. But you will see so much better results in your whole bodily structure, in your whole mental structure, in your whole kind of personality, in everything. You're gonna find yourself so much more of a different person, and that's the most effective thing, and that's the best thing that you can ever like wish for. And I'm just gonna say, you do have a few, you know, weird discharge problems, because as soon as you start eating whole foods, meaning eating fruit, veggies, meat if you like, anything that, you know, our ancestors ate, meaning prior to the industrial time where people just overate everything. I mean, we're an overeating society. We don't need that much. We've just accustomed ourselves to eating so much. I mean, if you think about it, literally 100 years ago, we were in this depression period where people didn't have that much food and people didn't eat that much food. And so yeah, but your body normally goes through processes. So finding pimples here and there, that's just a discharge process. Having sweats, having colds, having weird, it's your gut flora trying to rebalance itself. It's your body trying to get away with all those toxins. So if you find pimples and stuff like that, do not worry. It's really nothing. Anyway, if you guys want me to talk about this conversation a little bit more, I'm gonna wrap it up here because my camera is dying. If it made all sense, I hope it did. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on Sunday with a new video. Anyway guys, sorry if this video was really like out of context, but we're gonna just go with it. Awesome. Thank you. Bye.